So, hi everyone. This is so weird for me because I never normally do sit down videos like this. Hi everyone. So, welcome to the knitting portion of this channel. So, I started knitting just to give you a brief background introduction of how I got into knitting. I started knitting last around October, I would say, of 2024. And now it's already August 2025, so it's been almost a year since I started knitting. Because I enjoyed watching so many knitting videos, knitting podcasts, I thought, why not start one myself? I wouldn't say I'm a beginner knitter. I think I'm somewhere in between beginner and intermediate knitter, or if not, an intermediate knitter already. I have so much yarn in my yarn stash, so if you actually want to see a video on all the yarn I have in my yarn stash, do let me know. And yeah, so this is actually a project vlog for the Seaway pullover by Ozetta. It is, I'm not, it's basically a project vlog, and I am supposed to show you how I worked this sweater, worked this pullover from start to finish. Admittedly, this is already, I'm filming this now that I have already knitted my sweater or my pullover halfway. I'm halfway through knitting my pullover, and that's because I did not think I would commit to knitting, to doing this knitting project vlog, because it's my first one. And hopefully, if I enjoy it enough filming and editing, I will be making more of these. So yeah, so the pattern by Ozetta is, I think I'm gonna get my notes. Okay, I'm back. So here I have my iPad with me. Every knitter, I would say every knitter has this, or it's not like, it's not so essential. Of course, you just need like knitting needles and yarn to start a knitting project, but because I'm so fond of watching like knitting vlogs, a lot of people have a iPad with them to take notes and everything. So I'm gonna be reading you the construction of the seaway pullover. So this is the seaway pullover by Ozetta here. Yeah. So that's what it's supposed to look like when I'm finished. And then the seaway pullover. The good thing about this pattern is that it has a very subtle cable construction. So I'm new to doing cables. Like this is my first cable pattern that I'm doing. But I'm not sure if a lot of people don't consider this as a cable pattern simply because it's so simple to do. It can barely be called a cable pattern. So yeah, it is worked top down and does not require additional finishing, it said. And it also has a boxy fit and drop shoulders. So it has quite a bit of positive ease to it after blocking and when you wear it. And it also has a very nice neckline. Yeah, neckline, or like because it's like a mock turtleneck, so it's very high up and the ribbing is quite thick. So that's something I really like about it actually. This part. Yeah. And I'm normally a size small to medium, but because I couldn't hit gauge with this pattern, like actually that's one of the things I repeated the first part of my sweater, like I completely frogged it. So I was actually done the back. I've done the back. I've done quite a bit of the back portion, and I had to completely frog it because I realized the measurements the pattern called for, I was really far from it, so I had to redo everything. And did I knit a gauge swatch? Yes, I did. So I don't normally do gauge swatches because I feel that well, I do a really thin one. Like, I prioritize the stitches compared to the row count, which I think almost everyone does if they don't give importance to both. So I did that, and even my stitch count was off. So at first, it was telling me to use a 5 millimeter needle, which I did. I did this huge gauge swatch, and I got, I think, around 17 stitches across when the pattern called for 20. So I was really off already. And then I sized down half millimeter, so it's 4.5 millimeter, and I was still like 18 stitches 18 stitches instead of 20. So I sized down one more time, and I got 18 again. So this was already using 4 millimeter needles, and I was still at like 18 stitches when I should have 20. And I felt that maybe I don't know what came over me, but I felt that my gauge swatch might have been wrong. So I started knitting the pullover with 4.4 millimeter needles and using my normal size, which is a size small to medium. And so far, I've reached so far I have reached almost 6 inches. Just 6 inches. And the pattern tells me that I need 5 inches. So
I think I'm supposed to have like less stitches, but not have more. I'm just gonna continue and see how this one will go.
So I'm here to give you a update. So this is what I have so far. Since my row gauge is a bit off, I felt that it would be a bit longer. Well, initially, based on my gauge swatch, it was supposed to be shorter, but then now it seems longer. So I don't really know what happened there, but it is what it is. So I'm supposed to have 23.5 centimeters, and I'm not gonna measure it. I already have 20. Oh no, I already have 29 centimeters. That means I'll have 6 centimeters more than I'm supposed to. Not really sure what to do if I'm gonna repeat the whole thing, but okay. So after recounting, as this which I'm making is a size small to medium, could potentially be a large or even extra large because of how off my row gauge is. And at first, that was the only thing that I'm concerned about. Then I realized that my stitch gauge was also off by a lot. So I'm gonna be removing everything, restarting with probably like smaller needles. Probably be using like a 3.5 or 3.75 or 3.5, and I'm also gonna be knitting a extra small. I'm not so sure about that, but I keep not hitting the stitch gauge and the row gauge, which is getting really frustrating. So yeah, so I'm gonna redo everything. then I had to frog it, as I said. I had to frog the whole thing, the back that I made. And I started again with 3.5 millimeter needles and a size extra small. So that's what I'm working with now. I also forgot to mention what yarn I'm using. I'm so new to this. So I'm using Rowan Alpaca Soft DK. So it's a DK weight yarn, as the name suggests. Extra fine, super fine merino wool and baby alpaca. So it's actually pretty warm. I live in Southeast Asia, a warmer climate country. I don't know why I'm knitting this with this yarn, but it's just so soft. Like, it's literally so soft. I couldn't pass up on it, and I heard super good reviews on it. So maybe when I'm traveling, I'll probably wear it then, or when I go to the mall where it's pretty cold, I'll wear this then. So yeah, this is what I am using, and it is in the shade. There is no shade name. I will look it up. Okay, so baby blue. All that for baby blue. So I have this yarn. Its shade is baby blue, or the number 224. Yep. So I have 10 balls, 10 skeins of this yarn, and now I am on my fourth skein. So as I've said, I've already done half the sweater before I'm filming this video because I didn't know if I was gonna commit to making this vlog. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this vlog. Okay, so I have this. How do I show this? Yeah, so I've already joined the front and back piece in the round, and I've already knitted this much of the body after the armhole, and it's so pretty. Like, I'm in love with it. And I'm getting the right measurements. So right, I said that I'm knitting an extra small. I'm getting the measurements for small to medium, which to me is ideal because I am a small to medium. So it's even gonna grow more with blocking. I tried it on yesterday and it was almost perfect. Like, I can't wait for this to be done with the neckline and everything, the mock turtleneck and everything. I'm just so excited. I'm on my fourth ball of yarn, and I have this much left from the fourth ball of yarn. So okay, I'm gonna try my best to be better at doing this project vlog and knit as I go, film as I knit, yeah, film as I knit. And yeah, I can't wait for this to be done. Hopefully I'll be successful in finishing this and editing this video. Today is August 13th, so let's see when I'm gonna be done with this. I know you're supposed to knit through here, like at this end, but I feel that this, like, what do you call this, cable needle I have is a bit scratchy, so I tend to just put it back in my needle. So, progress report. It's, hold on. Okay, so it's August 15, and I think I filmed the chatty part of the video like a day or two ago, and I was like halfway through the body, and now I've already completed the body and finished the ribbing. So I bound off the piece, And I think she calls for a longer ribbing. I just decided to cut it short because I felt that the ribbing was getting really long. Normally I have really short ribbing. This is about like 15 rows, which is less than what is called for, but I decided to stop there because I really like the look of it already. Yeah, it's kind of like a vest now, but then I'm gonna be adding the really thick color after I weave in the ends, or maybe as I weave in the ends. I read that it's a good idea to like block the piece after adding the color, because that way you'll be able to gauge better like how long you want the sleeves to be. So I'm gonna try doing that for this project. This is my progress. I've knitted this really quickly, and it's because maybe I guess I'm really excited about it. This is the first semi-cable pattern that I'm doing, and yeah, I love it. I'm still knitting on the sleeves. I'm currently watching a YouTube video by Ribs by Bambi. She's also a knitting channel, and I really enjoy watching her. Yeah, I'm trying to get through the sleeve. So far, I have this much done. Not sure if you can see. Yeah, this much done. And I didn't think it would be this hard to get through the sleeves. The sleeves are really, well, they feel really boring right now. And my hands hurt. I don't know why. So there's that. I just finished this sleeve, the left sleeve. When I was knitting the sleeve, it really hurt my hand for some reason. I think it has something to do with like how tight the needles were, because the circular needles were really like close together. Like I said, I've blocked the body, and I just finished the sleeve like a minute ago, so it's not yet blocked, and you can really see the difference, how the cables really pinch together here, and how different the block look is. And yeah, I'm really happy with the overall look of this sweater. And yeah, one more sleeve to go. It's August 22, and I'm a bit sick, but I finally finished this sweater. I haven't weaved in the ends, as you can see here, but yeah, it's all done. I've blocked the body like a few days ago, so now I just have to block the sleeves. You can see how crinkled up it is and how it hasn't grown. So it's probably gonna be around mid wrist, like this area, after blocking. So yeah, so excited to see it blocked and finished and everything.